I was 30 years old. I work in advertising and organized Montre Bijou. Logically, Gérald Genta was present in this exposition in Milano. Gérald starting to talk with me to explain this word, because for me it was the first time. I appreciate it a lot, and I think he appreciates me because at the end of the expo, he proposed me to work with the Italian distributor Gérald Genta in communication. So that is my start in the long history with my friend Gérald. When you met a big artist and you have the possibility to talk about what he wish, what he dream, is a fantastic experience. And that's something difficult to find in the life. And that I find meeting Gérald. He created a brand with the second name of Gérald, Gérald Charles. And I see in the eyes the same enthusiasm that I see 30 years before. Gérald never changed. Franco, help me please, because you are more commercial. I'm an artist. Gérald, for me, is very difficult because at that time I was chief of Europe of the market. But in my family, there is someone that maybe help you, and I work with him, my brother. My brother Giampaolo have a big experience, international experience, so I thought it's good for Gérald to have someone very inclusive in the management and not in the creation. That start the history, Ziviani family with Gérald.
Genta, like all the artists and the very creative people, was a very tough man. But we found quite a good relation since the beginning. And we traveled quite a lot. What was really for me absolutely astonishing was how popular he was. Even after 20 years that he was not in Japan, for instance, we were just walking in Ginza and people were coming out of the shop and saying, Mr. Genta, can I take a picture with you? Crazy, I think. Many times we were at the restaurant and he was just drawing watch sketch on napkins, even at the restaurant. He couldn't stop designing, really. Gérald, he wanted always to design unique pieces, bespoke pieces, and this was not always easy to be commercial, to be sustainable in the long run. Especially when you make the bespoke piece, and in fact they were signed by Gérald one by one, is like a piece of art. We had quite a great experience with a very important family in Sarawak, where we made quite a lot of unique pieces for all the family. He could really design for different people, as he did for different brands, pieces that are completely unique, different, but they have a style, they are recognizable as a Genta design. Desarrasando Maestro, I think, was a great idea that we had to overcome a clear problem without having big factory available. And so we said, okay, but we can get the best of the breed. I mean, let's choose who is the best one in making cases, best one making dials, best one making each type of movement. And of course, Gérald had a great knowledge of the artisan that used to work for him in the past. And we succeed in getting them with us to develop our watches.
I was born and raised in the watch industry because my father founded Audemars Piguet a long time ago, the year I was born, in 1995. And since then I had the chance to meet so many influential people in the industry, such as Gérald Charles Genta, the Picasso of watches. I then studied in finance and computer science abroad, and I always knew that my passion was watches. So in 2018, the family gave me the opportunity to drive my vision into it. I said, I want to take care of it. I want to have a drive to express my passion for watches and build the perfect watch. The Maestro case was selected for a few reasons. Number one, because of its Baroque architecture with a very iconic smile, which is a strong message of Genta building Gérald Charles for the pleasure. He said this brand is to give happiness to the collectors that wear it, and that's why he wanted to include a smile into it. His design language is for sure iconic and very recognizable, which is the second reason why we chose this case, because it's probably his last design that he made at Gérald Charles, making it so much significant as a testament of his whole creation in the career. The Atelier in Geneva, where we are today, is a landmark for the city and a landmark for Gérald Charles, because it's the only space which has a lounge, a boutique, a watchmaking workshop for the high complication and bespoke pieces, as well as a museum with original pieces designed and manufactured when Gérald Charles Genta himself was alive. The Atelier is a key place for our brand because it is under the roofs of Geneva. So on the top floor of Rue de Mont Blanc 3, just around the corner from the lake, the Pont du Mont Blanc and the Four Seasons Hotel. Everything here is very light, you feel like in a cloud, you're very comfortable, because this needs to express the sense of family that the brand represents.
My son asked me to stay chairman of Gérald Charles. The future is not mine. The future is for Gérald Charles and my son. I think that if you talk about the futures of the watchmaking world, independent brands grow up a lot. My philosophy is in the life and in the business, step by step. But step by step, I think that Gérald Charles will arrive to a place in the world of watchmaking important. For me, the most important things in my life for the continuum of the history of Gérald Charles is the respect 100% of the legacy, because the legacy of Gérald is my art.